Hello viewers, welcome to yet another edition of our Leaders Mentorship Program Series. I am Ruzima Derek, your host today, and with me I have Namisano Deo, a lawyer practicing with OPNA and company advocates. He is going to be talking to us about an area of interest, the campaigns, the do's, the don'ts, and everything that is incidental and associated with campaigns. Welcome, sir.
It's my pleasure.
Straight into the action. What are campaigns?
Thank you. From the onset, before I even talk about campaigns as such, elections is a process and not an event. And campaigns are part of the process of elections. Back to campaigns, as you asked. Campaigns is just a process as well, where candidates go to their electorates to canvass for votes or for a mandate into a leadership position.
So, how do we get to that stage?
Getting to the stage of campaigns, of course, members will have been nominated, duly nominated, and the nomination is a mandate of the Electoral Commission. And after nominations, Electoral Commission also comes out with a roadmap. And that roadmap gives the time frame within which campaigns are to be held. They give a certain period of time. And then after Electoral Commission giving that roadmap, it is again upon the candidates to also have their own programs shared with the Electoral Commission so that there is no collision. These programs are harmonized with all candidates and they agree on particular days in particular places to avoid teams meeting and clashing. By all means, where two teams meet, there is always confusion. So the Electoral Commission tries as much as possible to avoid that by asking the candidates to give in their programs so that they are also given particular days on which they are to be in particular places.
So, under no circumstances can we have two adversaries in one campaign area?
Absolutely. There's no circumstance where two parties can meet in a specific area. It's not there.
You've talked about candidates submitting their campaign programs to the returning officers and then they're harmonized with the candidates themselves.
True.
And emergencies normally happen. Let's say if I am unable to be in my place today and yet I'm supposed to be somewhere else, is there always room for changing, for altering? What happens in that scenario?
Where such a situation befalls you, of course, that is the nature. Anything can happen. And if you are not in a position to be in a particular place on that specific day, then you notify the returning officer in writing, giving reasons as to why you have not been in a position to be in that particular area. And you can actually harmonize by either requesting to be in two places on a particular day, like you be here, then after
in the morning, and
then then after you can go to the next area, but it is only on notification and request to the returning officer, not just changing as a candidate.
I know for a fact some constituencies have strongholds, and it is just nature that you want to start strong and finish strong. And there might be a particular sub-county that we know probably has the most number of voters or is the kingmaker for that particular constituency, and there could be every candidate would wish to be in that particular sub-county on the last day. So how do we go about that if there is a candidate A wishes to be in that, if everybody wishes to be in that sub-county on the last day?
That is why you hold a meeting prior to the program as candidates with the returning officer. And now it is from there that you agree that I'll be in sub-county A on a particular day. And I don't think all candidates can have strongholds in the same sub-county. Maybe,
no,
but
it may not be a stronghold as such, but the sub-county itself is a kingmaker. It can be a kingmaker, like it has the most number of voters.
Yeah, I get you. It is the reason as to why, as I said, you hold this meeting. It is now on agreement that actually so and so will be in this sub-county on a particular day. It is just an understanding between candidates, and of course now the returning officer will be a mediator on how this can be handled.
Thank you. Still talking about campaigns. What is the official time of campaigns? Is it from dawn to dusk? Is it up to midnight? Or what does it look like?
Official time for campaigns is always from 8 to 6 maximum. Any activity above 6, then you will have gone out of the law. Yeah, and where someone makes a complaint to Electoral Commission, that is the returning officer of the let's say the district, you'll always be called to order. Yes, and if you insist or the returning officer does not really take up the matter, then it might be one of the grounds in case one wished to petition court. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Since it stops at 6, there is a lot that can happen after 6, apart from going to the pulpit and then canvassing for votes. Am I allowed to hold consultative meetings in town halls, meeting my agents and the likes after 6?
Yeah, meetings are allowed. Reason being, you'll be planning. This is your campaign team. You are not doing campaign as such, but you are planning for the next day. And of course now, this law goes against persons or candidates who go back to the voters as such, seeking for a vote. But here, it will be a planning process for the next day. So the law does not hinder you from having those meetings after campaigns, because you will do a review and then have a better plan for the next session.
Okay. Can I visit the same sub-county twice or more than once for that matter?
You may,
and I am saying this because I might feel me as a candidate that it is my stronghold.
You may not. It is a case by case basis. Because you may not be having time, first of all, or according to your program, you may not be in a position to cover all the sub-counties. So why think of coming back to this sub-county where you have been than proceeding to the next sub-county? So it is a case by case.
So basis. If I had time on my disposal, I could.
On request. And when there is a confirmation that actually there is no candidate slated for that particular day in that particular sub-county. Yeah.
There's a lot that comes with campaigns, generally.
Yeah.
What are some of the do's and don'ts? Like, what should the person aspiring for elective politics look out for during such period?
When it comes to the do's and the don'ts, it is at times a fertile ground for petition